So, so yeah, I mean that was the basic idea, that kind of go behind the masks, and we all wear masks. Let's explore the real facets and faces. So in that sense, the trial literally shows you the human side of relationships and the people that we are, and it tears you down. I mean, yeah, we had a great time making it, but we had a lot of emotional conversations while we were doing that, because we opened up ourselves to that. And a lot of times while making the show, we would kind of improvise and write stuff on set as well, because we just wanted to push the envelope more. It came from a very personal space that came out from our discussions with each other. It wasn't there, it was happening there and there. And you'll see that. There are some magical moments in the show which are literally coming about from discussions we had on that day. So yeah.
I'd just like to add, I think earlier there was a question on choices. One of the interesting choices for a platform is that in India, a lot of the purchasing power and viewership on mobiles, which is primarily where our content is watched, is with men. So the prototype always has been to go after stories which are male-led and about crises that men are dealing with, right? So I think here was an interesting sort of against the grain storyline where our male lead actor was not up to anything particularly good.
So rude. The good boy was being a naughty boy.
He was doing his job. So I think that was one of the most interesting points on our decision here, right? That we believed two things. One, that men and women would think of and watch interesting quality storytelling. And therefore, one of the bets that we've taken is that this is a story that will appeal to men as well, right? And second, we believe in the power of India's women. And I think the fact that if we can create something that women in this country really like and love, then that will also lead to good business outcomes as well. So yeah.
I mean, we've been seeing some amazing content like Salzburg Flamingo and then Taza Khabar, as well as the Night Managers. So going ahead, what is the platform's vision when coming to the premium content?
Thank you so much. Thanks for mentioning those shows. And Night Manager, incidentally, also produced by Deepak Thar. So yes, we are really excited about the year that we have had so far. I think it started with a very different show, the likes of which hadn't happened before, with Bhuvan Bam, and he's one of India's biggest YouTubers, and somebody thought in our team that he had in him a web series that could be awesome, and I think the numbers and the response to it has just been phenomenal. It has taken our breath away. It also just tells us how much incredible talent there is in our country, to where people can come and talented people can come from anywhere and literally write their own destiny. And I think that was quite incredible to hear from Kubra and Gaurav as well. And I think Bhuvan's story, his personal story and the story that he tells in the show are both phenomenal. Then of course the Night Manager, like the show here, an adaptation where we had to think hard about how do you take a political thriller which is in the background of the Afghanistan war and has been set up in Western Europe, and how do you adapt that to India to make it relevant to the kind of crisis that's relevant to our nation was an interesting big challenge. This was a massive scale production across various geographies. So I think that was exciting as well. We've got a lot that's coming up that is incredibly exciting, and we're looking forward to that. I think firstly, the conclusion of the Night Manager, which should be good. And then we have lots of incredible filmmakers like Kajol's bestie, Karan Johar. And so Karan is going to come back with a new season of Coffee with Karan, which he starts shooting soon. And we've got another very interesting show that he's making for us called Showtime, which is about nepotism in Bollywood. So he knows something about that, I guess. So I think that could be exciting. In addition to that, what else? So we've got some other really good directors in addition to Supan here. Supan's also doing another series which should be out really soon. And we've got a good series with Neeraj Pandey, which is a new series which we will be announcing soon. And then finally, of course, the new seasons of Criminal Justice, Arya, Special Ops. So yes, it's an exciting slate. There's a lot that we want to do here, which is big. So I hope you continue to like it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. उसका देख उधर के हमारी खिड़की में भेज दो। कुबरा।
Well, I think for me, one choice that defines my presence here today was like leaving a secure job. I used to work for Microsoft, and I used to work like from like Sunday to Thursday in Dubai.
In Dubai, Habibi.
Yeah, Habibi. So I think quitting that and saying no, I want to do this and I choose this for myself, and no matter how hard it's going to be, was like one of my favorite choices. Probably not my toughest, but my favorite choices, and I'm so happy that I stood by it. So
And the
yay!
best. And the best.
Thank you.
So Habibi is calling a guy darling, and Habibti is.
Habibti, so but I call her Habibi. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. Well, please.
Okay, choose. On one hand.
Well, sport.
This is how we got the role.
हाथ और पैर का थोड़ा कौन? He said hand.
I don't know, it just happened. मेरी sister ने बनाया. It's for national puppet, guys. Please promote it. Anyway, my toughest choice, I'd say, coming to Mumbai 15 years back. I come from a very successful business family, and I didn't have any background in acting, but I was always passionate about it. So I wanted to get into it, and I told my father, okay, you know what? Let me just go to Mumbai and do it, and let's see what happens. So I've been here. I'm making taking tough decisions every year, every month, every day. So it's just been that.
That's how we fit in our budget. Thank you.
Successful business.
आगे चल के नहीं सुपर.
Well, thank you for being brutally honest. Thank you so much. Wishing you the best. And मीडिया के हमारे सारे दोस्त रुके हैं सवाल पूछने के लिए. तो we'll open the floor for media Q&A.
These were the backbenchers in the show.
No, but on a
Backstory, yes.
But one of the most magical things with Kajol is watching the scenes come alive, because she will not come over prepared. She brings that scene on the set, makes it happen then and there, and it's so lovely to watch it unfold. Like half the times I would be not next to the monitor, I would stand next to the camera, because one, I'm getting paid to watch her live. How awesome is that, right? Thank you, Gaurav. So, off the record, but just saying, it's magic. It's so much fun. And when you have a whole bunch of talented actors, the idea was to put gladiators with her, right? So then they're riffing off each other. Everybody's got their A game there, and then we're having fun off set, which is.
So we made it work in the sidelines. मतलब हम लोग ने इतना मजे किए और साइड बोनस में हम लोगों ने काम भी करा.
Thank you, Gaurav.
I also feel that translates onto the screen. You know, if you have a nice chemistry with your people behind the camera, I think it just comes across much better, which I think everyone will get to
But
watch.
please keep in mind, it's a very serious, emotional
Yes.
show.
All these jokes are not there.
Yeah, if you want to get the backstory, we need to follow Supan's social media handles, right? To get off.
Don't go there.
No, but thank you so much. And one last question, this common question for all of you before we open the floor for media Q&A. So the trial Pyaar Kaanoon Dhokha presents a very beautiful choice, a take on choices and how one choice defines the person you are and their future. So my question to all of you present here, starting with Kajol, and that what is that one tough choice you had to make in life?
To be very honest, I didn't have any tough choices. I had some choices which were not popular maybe, but none that were really tough. Pretty much my choice throughout. I wouldn't say that anybody's influenced my choices too much.
We're going to keep a red light here. As soon as somebody's lying, you know, कोई झूठ बोलता हूँ, वो flash करेंगे.
नहीं, वो ज़रूरत नहीं है. मैं जो भी बोलेगा ना मैं खड़ी हो जाऊँगी. मैं रोक लूँगी. टेंशन मत लो, मैं रोक लूँगी.
Please, Supan.
I think honestly, right now for me, it's learning to say no. I have a tough time saying no, and I'm learning to say it. And at times, there's greed to say yes to things, and I have to say no. It kills a part of you, but yeah, that's the toughest thing for me right now in life, and I'm blessed to have that choice.
What's your mobile number?
And no. I'm going to pitch him something very soon.
No. Well, I've seen so many actors on stage in the last few minutes, so I must tell you that there was a time in my life when I was in front of the camera, and I decided.
You said no.
Yeah, I decided I wouldn't do that.
Can we see any footage, please, of you on the camera?
Thankfully, that's not on YouTube. You know, like, I don't know how that happened, but maybe you.
But I've seen that.
Yeah, you have.
I have.
Jishu, you have faced that. That's right. Jishu and I go back a long way, so he knows a lot of my secrets. But yeah, I think that was kind of interesting, right? So to step away from the camera and the seductive power of that, and to go behind the scenes was interesting. But
Good for our careers. Thank you, Gaurav.
that's why I did it.
Jishu?
I would still answer from Super because I still can't say no, but right now I'm trying and I've said no to a few things, which was very difficult for me. But I made a choice, and I'm trying to stick to that, and hopefully good things are going to come out of that. After saying no.
I'm giving you my GPay number. You steal my answers, you pay me. I don't do stuff for free.
जीपे तो बहुत है अभी शूट से चल रहा है
मेरा सस्पेंस अकाउंट काफी लंबा चल रहा है.
You will agree that Jishu gives me quite a homely and close wife, because my wife's name is Jisha and I call her Jishu sometimes, and I'm like, Bhagat mein बैठी है. Jishu.
You marry me first.
No, that's a promise.
Learn how to say no.
Gaurav? Or Asim? Whichever.
Asim, I'll shoot it.
Okay, I wish I reach a stage where I can say no, but I'll get there. But the toughest choice I think I made was to be an actor. Honestly, I loved it, but I was also post-graduation working a job, and we've all been through that place. So for me to say, okay, you know what, this is what I'm going to do with it, and let's see what happens. And thankfully I'm here and with such wonderful people. So yeah, but that was still a tough choice I made once upon a time, saying, okay, acting is what
Add to his layer, he's also the prodigy and child of Rohini Athamre and Jaydev Atanre. So he has to kind of make sure he does them proud, and he does. So good choice.
तो उस वक्त जो दर्द का एक्सप्रेशन था उसके फेस पे, I think that was very real.
That is the real character.
ये show बहुत serious है.
It's a very serious show. Yes.
And dramatic.
पर बचपन से उसके अंदर एक शहंशाह बसता है. So हमेशा.
Amit ji, put a board and so.
But wishing you the best and super proud. Good to see you. Good to see you. Gaurav bhai.
Brother.
Gaurav, all right. The other Gaurav here on this set. So glad that not competing against me because.
नहीं यार ऐसी कोई बात नहीं.
भाई
आपकी आवाज पहले एक बार बोल दूं मैं before you ask me a question. आपकी आवाज बहुत बुलंद है सर.
Thank you. One more to the club. No, but thank you so much. Thank you. Means a lot. मेरे stress levels अब थोड़े कम कर दिए ये बोल के आपने. But generally पूरे series में हमने देखा कि आपके stress levels बहुत हैं. So how was it being at loggerheads with Noynika and this healthy competition, competitive spirit that your character has? Do you think that such kind of competition actually forces sometimes people to grow or helps?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think we learn even from school, that we are competing with everyone, and it's always a healthy competition. Why? Because you are growing, and if you don't have a competition, then you're not motivated enough to do anything. You're not passionate enough to do anything. So it's great that we had a competition like her, especially for me, and I'm like a नहीं तो अच्छा competition ना. हाँ तो नहीं अब हम दोनों तो पुशअप्स तो नहीं करेंगे ना, वो कंपटीशन नहीं, मैं प्रॉपर मतलब ऐसा. I'm sure
She's coming to a real character now.
I'm sure, but yes, I think अगर हम वर्ड यूज कर रहे हैं कंपटीशन, तो कंपटीशन आई थिंक इम्पोर्टेंट है ताकि लोग आगे बढ़ें, ताकि लोग नई नई चीजें करें, ताकि एक्सपेरिमेंट करें, आगे बढ़ते रहें.
And good for audiences, rates कम होते हैं.
Healthy competition is always good. Isn't
Always
it?
good,
Yeah,
always
always good. But thank you and wish you the best. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Asim sir, my questions for you, and I want to know, how was the working relationship on set like? Was there ever a hesitation to play this role due to to that, and how did you ensure that this character was played with utmost sensitivity?
Yeah, the first day when I met Supern, I remember because I haven't seen the Good Wife, so I knew the story. But when he narrated me the story, the trial, I just saw one thing in this character. There's a lot of layers in it. And as an actor, you would definitely, jump into a character which has got so many layers, so that you can push your boundaries as an actor, and you can do different things. So that was the major thing which I looked into this character.
And we are also looking forward to those different layers that you just mentioned, the versatile actor that you are. So wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jisha. Thank you. शिवा मैम, मेरा अगला सवाल आपसे है. आपने हमें आपके अलग अलग किरदारों के साथ कभी हंसाया, कभी रुलाया है, बट हमेशा ग्रिप करके रखा है, हमें पकड़ के रखा है. So how did the trial प्यार कानून धोखा come to you, and why did you choose this particular project?
Supern need a phone call.
That's simple.
And if anybody knows Supern, he'll be a hard one to say no to. He can be persuasive, though he didn't have to be. Because, so it was very simple. He called and it just sounded great. And the reason I said yes was because I got to wear a wig and contact lenses. So, I said,
we're all doing this film just because it'll be good.
Yeah.
And in real life too.
And I told her I love her. So yeah.
That's
how we started the call.
That always goes down well, yeah.
He's got a long queue there.
Yeah, we all about
ये अभी यही धोखा हो गया.
I love all of them.
हम उनके हारों के पार्ट हैं हम सब.
अभी तो कहाँ के करता. But thank you so much. Thank you Shiva. Thank you. And अगला सवाल जो है उनके लिए मैं सीधा ऐसे करूँगा. गौर से देखिए इस इंसान को. गौर से देखिए. Kubra said, a very dear friend, family, I would say. Good to see you here, and a private investigator this time. And I just hope you don't investigate my personal life, because you know a lot of things. Yeah, that have to be kept secret. But this role of yours seems very different from what we can see in the trailer. I know you personally, and most of them know you personally. कि you're the बेधड़क, बिंदास, जो मुंह में आया, जो मन में आया, बोल देती है, वैसे वाली लड़की. But your character is very different. There is more than she shows on the surface. And so, can you decode your character and tell us what your journey was like?
Thank you so much, Sachu. Well, I think playing Sana was an extension to who I am, because yes, I am very bedhadak and very bindas, and I say things, and I think when you have to go out there and solve a case and figure out what's missing, and you're finding those pieces of the missing puzzle, I think for me it was all that craziness and living on the edge. But I had one concern through this entire show, and I would keep going to Supern and saying, please, can I smile?
She kept smiling.
And he's like, you cannot smile.
Does not smile. She's got to be.
You cannot smile. So yeah.
Also, listen, this has become too serious. We should laugh a bit, because this is not a set. Very much fun. So we should have fun with it. Go for it.
Don't do it.
Go off script.
Go off script. Yeah.
Go for it. Go for broke. As Shivaji said, this is our harem, right? That's a fun. And Gaurav is
also.
The only one who's actually spoken the absolute truth is Gaurav here.
Sorry, go ahead.
No.
No, so I just feel like it's true, it's a little different from who I am as
It's
a person.
difficult also.
Very difficult.
It was very difficult for you. Tell us the trials and tribulations. The
You
trials.
keep bringing my hand and asking me.
Her hand was broken. Her hand was broken on the show, and she came. So Supern is very intelligently. Such an intelligent woman, such an intelligent
मेरे
director.
बाल गिर गए.
हाँ, हर पूरे आधे 2-3-4 एपिसोड में Sana's hand is just here. It's just here. It's just here. स्लिंग निकाल के ऐसे खड़ी है. और कभी कभार लोग भूल जाते हैं सेट पे कि कौन सा हाथ बिगड़ा हुआ है, उसके ऊपर एक बड़ा क्रॉस रखना चाहिए ना, कि इस हाथ को मत हाथ लगाओ ना. लेकिन सही बात है, आप कैसे पता चलेगा कि राइट हैंड है कि लेफ्ट हैंड है, कि यू हैव टू गो फ्रॉम द लेफ्ट साइड या द राइट साइड पे. तो कभी कभार हंसी मजाक में हम लोगों ने 2-3 बार बोल लिया.
पसंद है. Thank you. I was going to do that anyway, so I was thinking of that because I was blocking his view, but thank you for that. Next question, Ajay sir's left, so I can take this liberty to say that कुछ कुछ होता है काजोल.
Get in line.
Yes, Suparna, we will do that. But isn't she looking gorgeous? Lady in red, beautiful. But this, Kajol, this is a huge moment for you, and since this was announced, everyone was looking forward to your web series debut. And वक्त आ गया hai. Yeah. What made you venture, into the long form content, and how has the experience been different from films? Yeah. No. Mike wali bari. May I help you? He was right when he said "Ab Qatar mein." Now I know why.
Well, honestly, it was slam dunk for me because I have watched the original show and I loved it at that point of time, and that's where the discussion with Deepak actually came in. The character was amazing, the concept was fabulous, but I did have a question as to how it would be adapted in Hindi, and that's where Supan came in, and that's where the entire narration came in for the script. And for me, it really is about the script. It has to be about the script. And a script is never about, I will say this right now, that the script is never about only one character. It's always about everybody. So everybody's character in this series, in this, in the adaptation is absolutely, it's so well-rounded, so well-written, and I really, really love the script. So yeah, my script is my king.
Yes, and you've done absolute justice like you always do with every character that you play, and we're looking forward to the series on the 14th of July. All the best. So one of my questions for you, from what we've heard and read, the trial Pyaar Kaanoon Dhokha gives us a unique, Indian twist to the original series, as she also mentioned about the original series, and presents it in today's day and age, and how you've kept these nuances in mind, and what can the audience expect from the trial Pyaar Kaanoon Dhokha?
So the trial is not merely a legal drama. We in fact sat with the team of Hotstar and came up with a title, the trial, away from the original, because it's trials of relationship, trials of marriage, trials of a person's journey. And Noinika's character, played by Kajol, or as she mentioned, the arcs of Sana, or Shiva Chadda's character, or Seem's character, or Gaurav's character for that matter, we had the luxury of watching the entire seasons of the show. So we could take that and start putting up arcs for those characters and give them more gravitas, number one. Number two, the show is also different because we don't have a jury system. And the cases need to represent what's happening in society today. And make it more contemporary. And there is no Western gaze at the characters. So you see Noinika in an Indian avatar. The challenges that she would face as an Indian woman, as an Indian wife, an Indian mother, are very different, vastly different of how you parent or be in a relationship. So
the way society looks at you.
Absolutely. So that led to making lots of creative decisions, in the writers' room, where we brought about those changes and give it a completely fresh perspective and gaze.
So coin it, I say the several layers that will be unfolded. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Deepak sir, my question coming to you is, we all know Kajol is a powerhouse of talent, that you've collaborated. It is a fact, We love with your work always, and that you've collaborated with as well past as well, and the trial Pyaar Kaanoon Dhokha marks her web series debut. Now, how was it diving into this space with her, and how was the working relationship there?
Well, actually, this is our second project, and when Good Wife came up for discussion internally as well, so it was very, very clear we weren't really seeing anybody but Kajol. Not just the fact that we were collaborating the second time, but the character really demanded somebody like Kajol to really bring this to life. So it was really easy, and that was the only discussion we had. And I remember this was really in the COVID times when we connected with her, so it wasn't really easy, and we got the discussion going. We started assembling the team and got this going. And not too many people may know, Kajol and I have also been classmates for many in our school days. So it was something that I feel like we should just go to Kajol and get this project started. And the next conversation was with Gaurav, who's been very, very supportive of projects that come from Bani Jail. So thank you, Gaurav.
You see, school buddies have come a long way.
You never told me that though.
That was kept for the press conference.
कचहरी में तो सब सच बोल रहे हो. But Jishu, my questions to you and क्यों आपने ऐसा क्यों किया नौनिका के साथ ये जानना चाहते हैं. But on a serious note, your character is not one that is shown in. और कई सारे सवाल होंगे हमारे मीडिया के दोस्तों. वैसे पहले मेरे ज़हन में कुछ सवाल है मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ आप सभी से. तो शुरू करते हैं पहला उनसे जिन्होंने ग्रीन लाइट किया इस शो को. गौरव सर, Disney Plus Hotstar has become the king of gripping legal dramas, and from what we are seeing in the trial Pyaar Kaanoon Dhokha, that this is something that will again sweep us off our feet. And what is the reason behind the inclination towards this genre and this particular show?
So thank you and congratulations to the entire cast and crew here. The trailer is fantastic. I personally really love it. I hope you like it too. This was interesting because we had tasted some success, so it was among the easier green lighting decisions because we had done this incredible show, Criminal Justice, which had done really well for us, and it was a very different kind of show that had certainly never happened before. It was dark, it was raising some very serious questions for society, and yet people really loved it. And Rudra just left the floor, so you all know that we had again tasted success with a dark crime procedural that Rudra was. So when this came up for discussion, I think we knew that consumers in India were looking for something very different. A lot of the content that we had seen before that in India has been perhaps a little simpler to follow in black and white terms, and now there was more complexity in play, there were more grey characters in play, there were more dilemmas which were sort of adult in nature that were being discussed, and people were very accepting and comfortable with it. So I think that was the starting point. And of course it's really easy when, in this case Deepak says that Kajol is going to be interested, she wants to do this. I'm like, wow, okay, that really makes it very easy. So I think having Kajol front this was then it was a bit of a slam dunk. And I must say that I think at every stage we've had like so many purposeful discussions with Suparno. He's been so gracious with me with all the feedback that I've given him, regardless of whatever he told you guys.